I need to watch if I say this because I think there was a bit of closure on Saturday, and that's not like everybody in this building's been doing everything they can to try and keep the club in the Premier League. Ultimately, we fell short. So there's a wee bit of closure. Believe it or not, training's been quite buoyant this week. The boys have. It's my job to keep them as positive as possible. We've still got 3 games of football to play. That could have a huge impact on next season in terms of the positivity, the momentum going into next season. So it's been tough. Saturday was tough, but in all honesty, I think I've been through tougher moments previously, because the closer you get to the end of the season, the closer you get to less games to play for, the higher the probability was that you were going to get relegated. So that tipping point was probably reached a while ago, maybe 6 weeks ago, in terms of maybe Ross County away types of games like that, when you're dropping points. St Johnstone away, you lose a last minute goal. Ross County, you lose a last minute goal. So it's been tough, it's been difficult, but fair play to the staff at the club and fair play to the players that came back in Monday morning. We had a chat and ready to go again. That's football. It's no nice, right? It's no nice, but what you've got to, and me, I'm a realist. I think I'm very pragmatic, and I think I take responsibility and accountability, as the players do and the staff. The football club's never been in the Premier League for 6 years in its existence. Now, the players at the club, the players previously at the club, the staff at the club and the staff previously at the club have got to take huge credit for that. Now, there's a reason why that's never been done before. And I think we've got to focus on the positives. Every year we wake up, relegation favourites. We've had 2 top 6 finishes, just missed out in the top 6, got to a cup final. So there's a lot of positivity, there's a lot of stuff going right at the football club, albeit this year we fell a wee bit short. So I think it's very, very easy to try and think everything's broke. I don't believe it is. We fell short as a group. There's still a lot of good people at this football club. There's going to be a lot of staff, a lot of players, and there's a lot of good things still at this football club, and I think it's my job to make sure people see the positive side of Livingston Football Club instead of wallowing in the relegation. But I do take responsibility for that. No, I've not really changed what I do on a weekly basis in terms of season on season. At this time of the season, I'm still trying to crack on with recruitment. I think any future of anyone at this football club's got to be put in the back burner until we get these next 3 games out the road. So as a club, we've probably been planning for scenario A, scenario B. We'll keep working towards now which is scenario B, but I think it's important we get these 3 games out the road, take a bit of emotion, raw emotion away from it, and we'll sit down as a group and we'll speak about where we go from here next season. I think when I look at the players that are going to be here and the staff that's currently in this building now, we've got a huge desire and appetite to try and take us back to the Premier League. Of course we have. The financial side, as a group, we can't control that really. So that's a difficult one for me, but me personally, just speaking about me personally, have I got a huge desire to go and prove everyone wrong again? Yeah. I'm not under no illusions or Livingston every year most people had us for relegation, and there'll be the know-alls that come out and say, oh, I knew they would go down, but go back to the previous 5 years and look at their predictions then. So that's probably fuel to my fire. Do I want to, would I like to be involved in trying to take Livingston back to the Premier League? Of course I would. I've been very vocal over the years. I've said my future's not going to be determined by David Martindale. My future's going to be determined by the people at the club. If the people at the club think that I'm the right man to try and take us back to the Premier League, I'd like that opportunity. But you know what? These aren't the discussions that we should really be having now. I think there's more important factors at play. Get these next 3 games out of the road. There's other staff at the club that the board need to look at how we maximise and try and keep as many staff as we can at the football club. I think that's more important than my immediate future. We can deal with that once the season's over with. I'd like the opportunity to be here, but it's not about what I want. This is not about what I want. I'm not going to walk out in Livingston Football Club. I've said that. I've said that over and over again. I could have done it at the start of the season. I could have done it in previous seasons. If Livingston Football Club and the 2 Johns, Dave and myself, we can all sit down and we can agree a route forward. We've been in this together, me, Johnny, Dave especially, for numerous seasons. And there's been a lot of success in these seasons, don't forget that. But I think get these next 3 games out of the road, and then we'll sit down as a group and we'll have an honest discussion about where it is, what it is we want to do. There's going to be staff that I feel are more important than my immediate future, in all honesty. But would I like to be the one that's given the opportunity to try and take Livingston back to the Premier League? Of course I would. Of course I would, or I wouldn't be sitting here, because I've always said that my future, Livingston have been unbelievable for me, and I'm never ever going to walk out in the club. And the easiest thing to do in times of adversity is walk out and look after yourself. I'm not going to put David Martindale first. Livingston Football Club comes before me. I think I've had that fight and that spirit and that passion from match day 1. That's not going to leave me on match day 36, 37, 38 just because we can't stay up. I want to win games of football. I'm a competitive nature. I want to go out and win games of football. Yeah, mathematically we can't stay up. That doesn't mean there's nothing to play for on a Saturday. So that fight, that passion will always be there, no matter what the current situation is. Big Isle came off, so he's maybe a wee bit of a doubt, to be honest, but I think he's going to try it today. It was my decision to take Isle off. He's been struggling with an injury to his toe, so took him off. There's no really, from Saturday's squad, there's no really anybody that can't be involved this week, I think, but we'll have a better idea when I go out to training today. There's no a hell of a lot more injured now. Sean Donlan's I know, James Penrice is I know. Try to think who else there is. There's not a hell of a lot on the back end of that other than James and Sean. Jack Hamilton, sorry, he's probably one. Jack, Sean and Penners, maybe they're ones. Well, we Penrice especially, but Jack and Sean will probably not kick a ball for us the rest of this season. There's only 8 days left. James, maybe a wee bit different, but I think I've got a duty of care to James. I don't want to put him on the park for the wrong reasons.